UK Services PMIs just out, as always, 2 minutes ahead of the market on Reuters. The headline figure easing to 60 in November from 60.5 in October. But the sector still in expansion territory, of course. More good news for the Chancellor ahead of tomorrow's autumn statement. Markit's Rob Dobson joins me now. Good to see you again, Rob. OK, it's lower than expectations. It's lower than last time, but we should still be pretty positive about this.
Should still be very positive about this. Last month hit a multi-year high. This month cooled slightly from that, below consensus, 5-month low, but still very, very positive figure, well above what the long-run survey average is, one of the highest in the survey history. And if this continues through the fourth quarter, we could see the service sector expanding by over 1%.
Is the market going to be disappointed then?
The market could be disappointed. They were expecting, I think, from the Reuters poll, 62, down from 62.5 last month. So it's coming quite a bit below what the consensus reading is. But I think the take out of this when they digest it, look at it a bit more, following on for those good manufacturing construction numbers early in the week, I think they'll see UK economy doing pretty well.
So this is broad-based enough for you?
This is broad-based, and also we're seeing a lot of this coming from the domestic market. Constructors, domestic-facing. Manufacturing numbers show domestic market main pillar of growth for demand. Service sector very domestic-facing as well. So this suggests UK economy, UK markets doing well at the moment.
New business looks good, orders look good, job creation looks good. Any worrying points on this one?
No worrying points on this one at the moment. Again, the fact that services has cooled
a little bit. It's been a while since you said that, Rob.
It's been a very long while, and economists being positive is something we've not come to terms with yet. But all in all, very positive, broad-based. Even if we look at the sector breakdowns in manufacturing and services underneath those figures, we're seeing broad-based growth there as well. So the more broad-based it is, hopefully the more sustainable. And this is good news for the Chancellor heading into that autumn statement.
Sure, and of course the OBR tomorrow likely to revise the 2013 number higher. Things looking good for 2014 as well. What do your calculations say this adds up to in terms of growth?
Well, what we're seeing is we're seeing the manufacturing sector poly Q4 looking for over 1% growth. Services, similar, over 1%. Construction, possibly 3% quarter on quarter. And if those figures bear out and official data don't get revised, we could be looking at 2013 growth of around 1.5%. That would be above the IMF's recent revised forecast. It'd be it'd be slightly above what they're expecting the OBR to come out with. So all in all, it's more in line with what the Bank of England came out with recently.
And what can Osborne actually do with these numbers? Because he's in a quandary, isn't he? I mean, he can still continue doing little bits around the edges, but nothing very substantial, is it?
That's the thing. What Osborne's going to take out of these numbers and the numbers, other good economic news from the UK is that the economy is starting to show some growth. He's going to take that as a positive. He's probably going to make a big deal out of that. But his main focus, reducing the deficit, continued austerity, and that basis we'll see some symbolic policies, some changes around the edges. But again, anything which would be unfunded spending increase, we're not going to see things like that. It's going to be very much just tweaking the focus, looking ahead to next year's statement just before the election.
Final question, and that's what Labour's going to do with these numbers. Their argument seems to be, yes, on the face of it, things look good, but it's not feeding through. This, though, shows, when you look at job creation, when you look at orders, it shows it is going to start feeding through.
That's what you would hope. Job creation is coming back. You would hope in time that will come into wage growth. But again, at the present moment, we are in a situation where wages aren't really keeping pace with the strength of the labour market. And whilst that's the case, Labour is still going to have this, this ability to argue that cost of living is still a big problem for the UK consumer.
OK, as always, many thanks, Rob. Rob Dobson, Senior Economist at Markit. Do stick with Reuters for full coverage of Thursday's autumn statement. We'll have Osborne live at 11:15 on Reuters.com and Insider, plus instant analysis with pollsters Ipsos Mori and the founder of Enterprise Nation. So do join us for that. I'm Axel Threlfall. This is Reuters.